What if the most iconic motorcycle in history, the bike that changed the world? Got a taste of MotoGP? What if the humble, lovable Super Cub got its gloves off and its racing boots on? 2026 Honda Super Cub HRC. You're not dreaming, you're looking at the wildest idea Honda's had in years. And yes, it's very, very real. Stay with us, because the surprise near the end will change everything you thought you knew about the little cub that could. This is a legend reborn in full throttle. The legend, how the Super Cub changed the world. Before we talk horsepower or lap times, let's take a second to understand the name you're hearing. Super Cub. Launched in 1958, the Honda Super Cub is the most produced motor vehicle in history. Over 100 million sold. It's the bike that taught the world how to ride. The bike that put Japan on two wheels. The bike that said, "You meet the nicest people on a Honda." It's been used by students, street vendors, commuters, couriers, and kids in back alleys from Bangkok to Brooklyn. But never, ever like this. The build. HRC enters the chat. So what is the 2026 Honda Super Cub HRC? It's not just a tuned version. It's a ground-up reimagining by the same team behind Honda's MotoGP and Dakar programs. For the first time ever, HRC engineers have taken the Super Cub platform and asked, what if this was a race bike? Their answer: a machine that looks like a cub, sounds like a cub, but rides like a pit bike with a master's degree in chaos. It's still recognizably a Super Cub, but it's leaner, meaner, and faster than anyone has any business going on a step-through frame. Engine, small bike, big heart. At the core of the HRC Cub is a 149cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder motor. That's right, the classic 125cc air-cooled engine is gone. Instead, the HRC version runs titanium internals, lightweight forged piston 5-valve, DOHC architecture, and an 11,000 RPM redline power output, a shocking 22 horsepower and 15 newton-meters of torque, with an ultra-flat torque curve and an ECU tuned by HRC's Junior GP team. That may not sound like much, but on a machine that weighs just 95 kilograms wet, it's more than enough to make you giggle like a lunatic. It's mated to a 6-speed quick-shifter transmission with a slipper clutch and, for the first time on a Cub, launch control. Yes, you heard that right. Tech, racing DNA, hidden under heritage. Despite its humble looks, the 2026 HRC Cub is loaded with racing tech, cleverly hidden behind its retro panels. Standard tech includes HRC-tuned ECU with data logging, 3-level traction control, wheelie control, not kidding, adjustable engine braking, and a race-style digital dash, embedded in a retro analog-style bezel. The dash reads RPM lap timer G load, tire temp, and even shows your lean angle. And if you think that's overkill, you're probably right. But that's the point. Chassis and handling, Super Cub meets Super Sport. The frame is still a step-through style, but it's been reinforced with chromoly inserts and welded by HRC's own fabrication crew. The front end uses a 37mm USD fork from the Grom Cup program, and the rear is damped by Erlen's piggyback. SHOCKS, fully adjustable. Wheelbase, short turning radius, still tiny, agility, insane. This bike handles like a Moto 3 prototype that got lost on its way to the paddock. Corner entry feels like cheating. Exit drive feels like a wheelie is always one throttle twist away. And braking? Brembo single-disc front and rear with braided lines and adjustable lever feel. It stops like it weighs nothing, because it kind of does. Design, beauty in contrast. Visually, the HRC Super Cub is a perfect fusion of classic and chaos. Retro round headlamp, now LED with DRL's 17-inch. Forged aluminum wheels, HRC blue full bodywork and tricolor HRC white, red, and blue livery, and the best detail? A small number plate area on the front fairing like a pit racer from the 60s. Every surface is refined. Every line is intentional. It's a Cub, but it's dressed for war. There's even an optional carbon fiber belly pan and aero winglets, purely for fun. This is Honda flexing, in the most playful way possible. Surprise! HRC Challenge Cup. Now, here's the surprise. The 2026 Super Cub HRC isn't just a standalone machine. It's the launch pad for a brand new spec racing series, the HRC Cub Challenge Cup. Starting. In late 2026, Honda will run regional Cub Cup races across Asia, Europe, and the US, using identical bikes, sealed ECUs, and a spec tire from Bridgestone. This is grassroots racing. Reimagined. It's affordable, it's fast, and it's fun as hell. Honda wants to make racing accessible again, and the Cub is their Trojan horse. Expect talent scouts, big crowds, and elbow-to-elbow battles at 60 mph on the inside line. Pricing and availability. You'd expect something this specialized to be out of reach. But Honda says the goal was accessibility. Base price for the 2026 Honda Super Cub HRC, $5,999 USD track kit. Slicks, race seat, ECU unlock. $899 USD HRC Cup entry kit. Transponder, data logger, race numbers. $499 USD. There will be a limited production run of 3,000 units worldwide in year one. But rumor has it, if the Cup series gains traction, Honda might make this a full-time member of the Super Cub family. And that's a future we're very okay with. Closing, the Cub Unleashed. There are fast bikes. There are cool bikes. And then there are bikes that make you fall in love with riding again. The 2026 Honda Super Cub HRC isn't about winning spec sheet wars. It's about smiles per mile, laughing through corners, and outriding your ego. It's what happens when Honda says, "What if we gave our engineers a Cub?" and told them to go nuts? The answer? One of the most unexpected, hilarious, and brilliant bikes of the decade. It's not just fast, it's fun. It's not just history, it's heritage with horsepower, and it proves, once and for all, that the little bike can still do very big things. This is Acer Rider, bringing you the bikes you dream of, the tech you crave, and the storytelling you deserve. Like, share, subscribe, and tell us, would you race the HRC Super Cub? Or is this little legend going too far? Until next time, ride small, ride fast, ride loud.